So, okay, I played the original Pikmin on the Wii a few times, not that many, and I thought the game was scary and hard, and I didn't really play it for years and years and years. Anyways, here I am basically 10 years later ranting about why the third one is one of the greatest games to ever grace the Switch. And Wii U, I guess. We can pretend that doesn't exist anymore since all the best games are on the Switch now. And better. I hate to do this, but there will be spoilers in this video. If you look at the timestamps, it'll tell you what sections have spoilers. So, okay. The game is centered around 3 Copites, which is like a planet. Alf, Brittany, and Charlie, the captain of the SS Drake. Just Charlie, not the other two. And I think I should mention that SS stands for Steamship, and I don't think that runs on Steam. As they go to Earth, or as they know it, PNF 404, as they need to collect some wild fruit to feed their overpopulated planet. And that's it for a while. The game becomes very non-linear. That's very fun for seeing how much better you've gotten at the game over time. Like beating the first boss on day 2 rather than day 3. This is definitely an extremely replayable game after day 1. Even on the first playthrough, it kind of drags. However, it's not much of a downside as you can speed through it pretty quickly. I haven't played with Wiimote and nunchucks since I first played Pikmin 1, and I don't even remember what that feels like, but it's supposed to be really good. But just this game controls fantastically with how it handles the cursor. Okay, anyways, on day 2 or 3, you acquire Brittany, the food-loving member of the SS Drake. And this is where the game starts getting a multitasker's paradise. So, another playable character that you can chuck somewhere and then you can play as them. That opens up a lot of possibilities on the development side for puzzles and whatnot. You can have a lot more, and then you can do a lot more. And this is utilized quite well, and it opens up so many opportunities for multitasking. For example, say there's a wall, and there's enemies behind said wall, and that there's a fruit in the other area that you want to get. You don't have time to do it all, but you have another person to switch to go get the fruit that you want. But the fruit is on the other side of the map, and you want to make sure that all the Pikmin are going to be okay. Well, may I introduce to you 2 single words. Wait, what is that sentence? What does that mean? Well, may I introduce to you 2 words that change the entire way you play this game. Go here. Okay, so there's this thing you get called the Copad. It has a world map, the enemy and fruit, and Pikmin encyclopedias. Oh, remember the map? Well, just switch to someone, and then open the map, and then put your cursor somewhere on the map, and hit A, and your character will go to that place all by themselves, leaving you to switch back to the other playable character and do something else. Plus, the character will announce when they've arrived. Best part? You can see them go there in real time. Now that all sounds pretty good, right? Now add 3 people, and you can do multiple go heres at once, leading to some amazing productivity. Oh, so I forgot one tiny thing. The Copites can't go home even when they collect the fruit they need. Because, guess what? They crash land, and the SS Drake lost its cosmic drive key, which is basically the Pikmin equivalent of a hyperdrive. Without that, they can't go to light speed, which is a small problem when you need to go to another planet. But, rest assured, the series' protagonist, Captain Olimar, found the drive key and is going to sell it to his company to get out of debt. The company, not Olimar. Well, how do we know that? Well, because Captain Olimar is in danger and sent a distress signal, so the SS Drake trio set off for Olimar to save him. After fighting one of the weaker bosses in the game, you take Olimar back. After the Copites go to bed, Olimar lands the ship and takes all your food and Charlie's rubber duck. And boy, we can't have that. So the hunt is on for Olimar. He gets captured again, however, and after fighting one of the best bosses in the game, you kidnap him this time. Oh, also, this isn't Olimar. This is actually an evil maniac named Louie, whose only passion in life is for food. I can't place my finger on who that reminds me of, but I know it reminds me of someone. No. The real Olimar actually got kidnapped by a plasma-looking thing because it has a crush on him, or something. What? So, you have to go through, like, 3 phases of this thing. You have to get Olimar, very easy if you just charge all your guys. Then in the second phase, the Plasma Wraith, yes, that's what it's called, becomes this invincible blob, and you have to use Charlie and Alf to distract it and make a path for Brittany, who's controlling the Pikmin that are carrying Olimar. Once you get Olimar out of the cave, which isn't too bad if you have the loop down, the Plasma Wraith just sucks Olimar up and turns into this giant version of itself. You have to beat goop off of it and then destroy that goop until you win. Now, that doesn't sound that bad, but when I tell you the grueling challenge this was for me on my first playthrough, both of the other Copites got taken out in that fight. I don't even know what would happen if their health reached 0. Not to mention the Pikmin. After you defeat the Plasma Wraith and you get Olimar back, and he gives you your Cosmic Drive key back, and you can all go home. Yeah, that's it really. It's a very short and sweet game, and you know, that's okay. Not every video game has to be big and bombastic that you need to sink hours and hours into on your first playthrough. Definitely not a Pikmin game. But that's not all. No. If you want to change the entire way you play the game, go co-op. You see, the Nintendo Switch version of this game added some exclusive content, and one of those things is the ability to play the story mode with 2 players. This doesn't sound that different, but oh my goodness, it totally is. I don't know why, but there is nothing more satisfying than seeing another person with their own Pikmin doing different things, and you're going to do something. I can't explain it. And there are sub-areas in this game, and they load just fine if one player is in the normal area and the other is in the sub-area. It's insane! Runs just fine too. Admittedly, until you get Charlie, it's not the best. But that's not all. The real bread and butter of the side stuff, mission mode. Oh man. There are 3 categories: collecting treasure, battling enemies, and refighting bosses. The fighting ones don't sound like my thing, to be honest, but collecting, it's amazing. Nothing else to it. These are hard too, especially Platinum. You get more characters, and oh lord, they do not go easy on you. And it's amazing. But, okay, remember co-op. How about you don't want to work together? Well, may I introduce you to the game mode that made me think, yep, I have to make a video about this. Bingo Battle. Never have I ever played a mode with such chaos like Bingo Battle. So, okay, the way it works is that there's 2 people. One person plays as Alf, and the other is Olimar. You pick one of 12 maps, and then you do battle. By that, I mean you both have bingo cards that have things on it, and you have to collect those things to get a bingo. First one to get a bingo wins. There's a lot of customizability as well. You can make it 2v2, which adds Brittany or Charlie for Alf, and Olimar gets Louie. This changes up the gameplay quite a bit that I haven't really used to its full potential. It doesn't help that you don't have Go Here in Bingo Battle. There's also victory macaroons that work like capture the flag. These also change things up a lot, though I could see how people wouldn't like it, because if someone is winning, then the other person could just snatch your macaroon and win that way. That doesn't sound good on paper, but if you're playing with the right person, then it's all in good fun. Now, that pretty much covers the Wii U Pikmin 3. But what if I told you that there is a whole other game mode that takes place before and after the main game that was added for this version? Because we get that in Olimar's Assignment and Olimar's Comeback. Olimar's Assignment is pretty much a more lean collecting treasure from mission mode, whereas Olimar's Comeback takes from defeating enemies, but also brings in its own stuff. It's not much, but it's definitely welcome to me. Pikmin 3 is an absolutely fantastic package with very little to complain about. It's not even the easiest Pikmin anymore. I couldn't recommend this to everyone enough. And if you think that it's not exactly your thing, then I've still got you. There's an entirely free demo for this game on the store. So there's no reason to not at least give the demo a shot. It's not something to buy a Switch over like Mario Wonder or Smash Ultimate, but if you have one, then yeah, give the demo a shot and see what you think. I hope you have as much fun as I did.